أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. So actually we'll be inshallah revising yesterday's session because unfortunately we missed the recording yesterday, and I think some people have also doubts in this subject. So I hope that the revision will also help that to remove. So please be patient. Whosoever has got yesterday's session properly, let's you should take it as a revision. Don't worry. So as I mentioned in my first class that we will be revising more and more because I want you to understand properly. So you should not like have any doubts left, right? Because as we proceed forward, we're getting more stuff. So the things should stay in our mind. Otherwise, we lose it. When we go more and more forward. So that's why the revisions are very, very important. So we were discussing actually number. This is the second property of ism, right? Number means in Arabic, adad. So as like English, we have words which are singular, which are plural, which are dual, right? In Arabic language also we have words which are singular, which are dual, and which are plural. And the difference between English and Arabic is, more than one we call plural in English. But in Arabic, more than two are called plural. And two is called, if there are two things, so we call dual and it's called isnan. So they had different terminology for it, isnan. So isnan means two and more than two, then we have jama, plural, right? So yesterday we have seen, as per dual is concerned, wahid is concerned, singular is concerned. No, we are, it's okay to understand or to get it. Like for example, if I write Muslimun, it means one Muslim, right? So isnan is also clear. So any words ending with ani sound or ina sound, if you go to that Muslimun and Muslimatun chart, in that we have, the dual column. So we have, we see in Rafa, if it is ending with ani, it means two. And aini, again, nasab and mansub and majroor, aini, it means two. So if you have sounds like ani, aini, and in case of feminine Muslimatun table, you have tani, tiny. So this kind of sounds, if you have words, isms with this kind of sounds, that means it's a dual. So if I say Muslimani, it means two Muslims. Muslimaini, two Muslims. Muslimatani, two Muslim, women. Muslimataini, again, two Muslim women. But status is different, right? So those sounds are quite clear, right? Now then, what about Jama, plural? So in the plural case, we have seen, we had made, first of all, the distinction between English and, Arabic. In English, we say, we have normal plurals and we have also broken plurals. So when we say book, and if I want to make plural of book, we say books, right? Straightforward. Toys, right? But there are certain words in English also where it's not straightforward. I cannot write man, mans. We have man, men, child, children, right? So these are called broken plurals. So normal ones where we make straightforward plurals like book, books, toys are called normal plurals. And the plurals in English where the things are not like this, book and books, but like this, man, men, child, children, we call them broken plurals. In Arabic language also we have these kinds of plurals. We have normal plurals, okay? We have broken plurals, right? Then we studied that Arabic plurals are broadly categorized in two categories. So there are two broad categories of Arabic plurals. What are those? Intellect and non-intellect. So when we say intellect, so it includes the words, isms, which deal with human beings, angels, and jinns, right? The intellectual beings. And when we say non-intellect, Gairakal, it means it deals with the words or isms, which are referring to the things which are, we don't have any intellect. For example, you can say stars, trees, right? Masjid and all kind of building structures. So those are all non-intellect. So the plurals fall in these two categories in Arabic. right? So based on these two categories, we get around 6 types of plurals in Arabic language. Okay, 6 types. And again, in that 6 type, we will have some normal plurals and we will have broken plurals. For the both, we have normal plural for both intellect, okay, and we have broken plurals for both intellect as well as non-intellect, and we have normal plural for both intellect as well as non-intellect. Correct? In both the things, in both the categories, right? So let's go one by one. What are these 6 types of plurals? First, what we understood is masculine plural or sound plural, which sounds like una, ina from the Muslim chart. So if you have, isms like ending with una, ina, right? It's called masculine plural or sound plural, and it deals only with masculine gender. Okay, you will not, but when I say deals means like, it includes feminine also, right? So, but I don't need to write here, feminine or anything else, right? I mean, see, when I say masculine, it's understood. It's understood includes feminine also. I don't need to mention, right? For example, I gave you example yesterday. If I say Muslimuna, right? So Muslimuna, though it is from the masculine, that Muslim chart, sound plural, but Muslimuna, it includes Muslim women also. It's general, right? Muminuna, it includes both men and women, right? Qanitina, it includes both men and women, right? So then this category, it's straightforward. You can go to the Muslim chart, and if you see una, ina sound, words ending with una, ina sound, straightforward, you can say the masculine plural or sound plural. Why we call sound plural? Because that una, ina sound is there. Then we have human feminine plural, human or intellect feminine plural. So this is particularly feminine, but human. So it can include like Muslim woman, right? Muslimatun, Muslimatin, right? Muminatun, Muminatin. So when I say Muslimatin or Muslimatun, I refer only Muslim women. It does not include Muslim man. So in Arabic, when you call something feminine, it has to be feminine by nature. Okay, we cannot use anything, any feminine nature for words for something which is not of that nature, right? So human intellect, human or intellect feminine plural. If you go to the Muslimatun chart, you will find in the last column, Jama column, Muslimatun, Muslimatin. So atun and atin sound, right? And you see both are normal plurals, right? So una, ina, atun, atin, these are called normal plurals in Arabic language. Like in case of English, we have books, right? Toys. So in this case, we have una, ina, atun, atin. Then we have one more in the normal plural, non-human or non-intellect feminine plural, which sounds like atun, atin also. So they also sound like Muslimatun, Muslimatin, but they are non-human. So the best example I can give you, samawatun, sayaratun, right? So those are, samawatun, skies. So skies are not, in a category of the intellect or human, right? But it ends with atun or atin sound. So it is non-human intellect or non-human or non-intellect human plural. Sorry, feminine plural, right? So when I say feminine plural, it goes back to the Muslimatun chart, right? Then, so all these 3 categories, so 3 types, that the sound plural, masculine, ona, ina, then feminine plural, atun, atin, intellect, and then feminine plural, non-intellect, again, atun, atin sound. Those plurals are normal plurals among human as well as non-human plurals, right? Then we have another category, broken plurals. So under the broken, again, we have human and non-human. Like, in case of the normal, we have human and non-human. So in case of broken, we have non-human as well as human broken plural, right? So when you say human broken plural, the human broken plural does not sound like una, ina, atun, atin. Okay? So, for example, let's take the example of Rasul. Rasulun means one messenger. But when we say it's plural, it's not Rasuluna or Rasulina. It is Rusulun. right? Rusulun. Nabi, one Nabi, right? One prophet. It's not Nabiyuna. We say Ambiya. Alim, one alim. Ulma. So it's not ending with like una, that sound, or ina sound, or atun or atin sound, right? So it is, but it is human. So it is human broken plural. Then we have non-human broken plurals. So non-human broken plurals are exactly, not like sounding like human broken plurals, but not like those normal plurals. But these are non-human. For example, you have masjid, right? Masjid is a non-human. So if you had to make it as plural, it is masajid. It's not like una, ina, and that atun, atin sound, right? So under the broken plurals, you have human broken plural, and then you have non-human broken plurals, right? So we have studied. One is normal plural, where we have categories like masculine plurals, which end with una and ina sound. Then we have feminine plurals among the human, which end with atun and atin, like muslimatun, muslimatin. Then we have non-human or non-intellect feminine plurals, again ending with atun and atin, like samawatun or samawate. And in case of broken plurals, we have again human broken plurals like rasul, rasulun, rasulun, nabiyun, ambiya, plural, right? So they're all human. And then under the non-human broken plurals, again they sound like human broken plurals. The example I gave you, masjid, masajid. Then there is one more type, sixth type, plural by meaning. So it does not have anything to do with the ending sound, like ona, ina, or those broken plurals. So by meaning, if something is more than two in Arabic language, they also consider it as jama. So example I gave you, it's called ism jama, right? So example I gave you yesterday, for example, if I say kaumun, we generally know this word very well. Kaum means, a group of people, right? बोलते हैं हम बोलते हैं ना कि हमारा कौम. So group of people, right? It's more than two, obviously. So in English we have word for that nation, but English makes it different when they call it it's plural. So in English we say nation is singular and nations are plural, but in Arabic, Arabs say no. Actually, as it is a group of people, so it has to be jama. It cannot be like singular, right? So they call kauman as plural because it's meaning. Likewise, the nas, ya ayyuhan nas, right? Nas means again mankind. So in English we have mankind, mankinds, but in Arabic, by meaning it is more than two, so it is jama. So nas they consider as jama. It's called ism jama, right? Okay. So then, if you see masculine sound plurals, again, ending with una, ina sound, feminine intellect, ending with atun, aten, human broken plurals. Now, this category, if you see about the intellectual beings, right? So you have among the intellectual beings, masculine sound plurals, ending with una, ina sound. Then you have feminine intellectuals, atun, atin. Then you have human broken plurals like rusulu, ambiya. So these are all human category. And in non-human category, you have non-human normal plurals. Atun, atin sound again, samawatun and all. Then non-human broken plurals like masajid and all. So you see, the two are falling in the non-human category, and rest you can see they are falling in the human category, right? And then the last one is ism jama, which is ism jama can they're also always considered as masculine. That inshallah I will tell you. Okay, but in that in human ism jama, generally though most of the times it will include intellectual beings. Okay, like common nas and all. Now these are the examples you can see here. If you see rusul, rusulu is plural. It means messengers. And you can see it's not a normal plural. It is not ending with una, ina, or atun, or atin, right? So it is a broken plural. Now, in broken plural, what kind of broken plural? Is it human or non-human? Obviously, messengers are human, so we say human broken plural. Qulubun, again, you see, qalb is the wahid and qulub is the jama. So again, if you see, it is a why it's a broken plural, first of all. Now, the question is human or non-human? In Arabic language, all the body parts are considered as non-human. Okay, so we have non-human broken plural, this global. Then we have nisa, right? So nisa again, it's a broken plural. Nisa means group of women. Okay, women. So it's a broken plural and human broken plural. So wahid, yesterday where somebody asked what is wahid of nisa, it is imratun. Okay, imratun means one woman. Then we have ulama. Again, by you see, most of the times we know this word. Ulama means group of alims, and these are human broken plurals. Again, not normal like una, ina, and autunati. Then we have asma'un. Asma'un actually is plural of ism, one name, and asma'un means names. So it's a broken plural and it's non-human broken plural. Likewise, najam means one star. Then you have najum means more than 2 stars, and it's non-human broken plural. Masajid, again, non-human broken plural. So far clear? Any question? Okay, so let's proceed a little bit. Then we have ism jama, as I already mentioned, common, it means nation, and they consider nation as plural. So they will consider always common as plural. Karnun, like example, generation. So in English, we have generations, but in Arabic, we have no words for generations. Generation means plural. Likewise, nas, mankind, plural, ism jama, by meaning. So you see the ending sounds may look like it's a wahid, right? Like Muslimun, right? Okay. So basically, by meaning, you will be able to find whether it is plural or singular, right? Generally, in Quran, this kind of ism jama is used like qawmun, karnun, nas, that inshallah, you by vocabulary, inshallah, you'll understand that. But it comes under the category of ism jama by meaning. So word by meaning is plural. Okay. Then you have group of people or family like ahlun, right? Ahlul kitab, people of the book. So people, generally in English we say people. So here we say ahlun is jama. Then soldiers, jundun. Okay, you see, it also does not have sound like unaina, atunatin, and it's also not like those broken plurals. It's a little bit distinct. It looks like wahid. Okay, hizbun, again, it means group or organization. Okay, so far clear. So then I will inshallah start one more another important thing here. So any question? Now let's study some important grammatical rules when we are dealing with these plurals. Okay, there are some important grammatical rules here. The first one is some broken plurals are fully flexible and some are partly flexible. Okay, so some, the list is big. I mean, say you don't need to memorize it. Don't worry. But sometimes, when you say partly flexible is, you see the sound in marfu, you see the sound in mansub, but when it is in majroor status, you don't see a sound like a sound or kasra. Okay, so at that time, if you, for example, see a word, followed by harfi jar, for example, if you see a word followed by harfi jar, for example, min, for example, and that word does not change its status. Say it does not change its ending sound. It is still a. Okay, a sound. That means you should understand it's partly flexible. That word is partly flexible. So though it is majroor, but it is partly flexible. It does not show sign in that status, right? So examples of partly flexible broken plurals are like ambiya, masajid, mafatihu, right? Shuhada. So if, for example, if I say min ambiya, you will not say min ambiya. You say min ambiya, min masajida, or suppose you say fil masajida, in the masjid, fil masajida. They will not say fil masajidi, because it is partly flexible. So certain broken plurals are partly flexible, right? But others are like, fully flexible means you will have, for example, rusulun, rusulan, rusulin. Okay. kulubun, kuluban, kulubin, min kulubihim. Yesterday you have seen in the in Surah Baqarah, fi kulubihim, right? Fi absarihim, right? No, ala qulub, sorry, ala qulubihim, ala absarihim, right? Ala sam'ihim, correct? You have seen yesterday. So there are broken plurals which are fully flexible, and there are certain broken plurals which are partly flexible. Okay, they will have majroor, they will be having majroor status, but the ending sound will not be like e sound. It will not end with kasra, but it will end with fatha only, though it may be in majroor status. That is one grammatical rule. Second, all non-intellect or non-human plurals, both sound and broken, are considered as singular feminine. So all non-human, okay, plurals, both sound and broken. So you have non-human plural, feminine plural, okay, right? Then you have the non-human broken plural, correct? They are always considered as singular feminine. What does it mean? When we say considering something as a singular feminine, what does it mean? When we deal with those plurals, okay, when we use those plurals, we will use them as singular feminine. So example here, for example, if I say here, kutubun. Kutubun is a non-human broken plural. Okay, kutubun means books. It's a non-human, it's a broken plural first of all, but it is non-human. But what Arabs do is, when they have to say like this, when they have to say, these are books, right? In English, generally what do we say? If I had to say books and I had to say this sentence, these are books, I will not use here, this are a book, these are books, or we can say, she are a books, right? This is wrong. So I will put appropriate pronoun here. I will put appropriate pronoun here, which matches with the plural number of the object, correct? But in Arabic language, if you have non-human plural, broken or normal, okay, they always consider it as singular feminine. So when they have to say these are books, they will not write here, for example, haulai kutubun. Haulai means these. Okay, so they will not write haulai. They will write hiya kutubun. Hiya means she. In Arabic, it means she. Okay, right? So they will write hiya kutubun, but when you translate it, you will not say she is a book, because Arabs understand. When they say hiya kutubun, they understand it means these are books. For us, when you translate, you cannot write, you see Shia here and then kutubun, so you say here means she, you say she is a book. So, okay, for you have to also understand, as kutubun is non-human broken plural, and it is considered as always singular feminine, okay, and here is a singular feminine here, okay, so you will write here kutubun, it means these are books. Likewise, you have samawatun. It's a normal non-human plural. Samawatun. It's a normal non-human feminine plural. Okay, so it means heavens. They will not write haulai samawatun. They will write hiya samawatun. It also means these are heavens. Okay, but you see, they have used hiya here. They have treated it as singular feminine. Hiya is singular. Hiya means she. In Arabic, hiya means she, huwa means he. Okay, hiya also means it, but it refers to the feminine. Okay, so hiya means she or hiya means she. Okay, hiya is singular and feminine, right? Pronoun. So they will not say haulai samawatun, because as samawatun is a non-human plural, they will always consider it as singular feminine, but the meaning will not change. The what they are trying to say is it does not change. It does not mean she is a heavens. It means these are heavens. Arabs also know when they say here samawatun, they mean that these are samawat, these are heavens. So sometimes you will feel some non-Muslims or some ignorant people, they'll come up with their grammatical mistakes in Quran and all that. These kind of things they'll come up with. Okay, why here and here is samawat is a plural here. how can here comes? No, in English we say it has to match 1-to-1. So if I say books, I cannot write, here she is a books. She is books. I have to write these. I have to match this pronoun with the object in number. Correct? But in Arabic language, if there's a non-human or non-intellect plural, both sound as well as broken, they always consider it as singular feminine. One of the example I can give you, if you remember Surah Baqarah, Tilka Rusulu, right? I'll write it here. But the Tilka Rusulu, though it is human, in the human broken plural, there's a choice. You can treat it as singular feminine, or you can treat it as normal plural. Okay, masculine plural. Okay, that is the choice, right? So if you see Tilka Rusulu in Surah Baqarah, Rusulu is a broken plural, but it is a human broken plural. There, in case of human broken plural, there's a choice. Mostly they will treat it as a normal plural, but sometimes they will treat it as, it has an option. You can treat it as singular feminine also. That's why you have Tilka Rusulu there. So the option is there. Okay. But in case of non-intellect plurals, both sound as well as broken, they always consider it as singular feminine. They will always address it like this. If they have to say, these are books, they will say, hiya kutubun. They will not say, haulai kutubun. Okay. When they say samawatun, these are heavens, they will say, hiya samawatun. And sometimes in Quran, one is pronoun. Okay. Inshallah, when I will teach you pronouns, that at that time it will get much clear. Right now I can understand it will be a little bit tough for you, but when we deal with the pronouns, that time inshallah you'll understand much about this. Sometimes what happens, if I write like sentence this, like this, masjids, okay, in those buildings, okay, we pray. Or we say in those we pray, like this. Masjids, in these we pray. Or you can say that like simply, in these we pray. If you make a sentence like this, you have masjids, masajids. In these we pray, right? Now you see this these here. This these is pointing to what? It's pointing to what?
Plural.
No, I'm not asking that. I'm asking this is plural, no doubt, but it is pointing to what? Which object?
Masjid.
Masjid.
Masajid, right? It is pointing to masjids, correct? So here sometimes in Arabic, you see, when you write this sentence in Arabic, okay, so you will write, for example, like this. You will write masajidu, okay, right? Then you will write, for example, here, fiha, in these. So this ha, you see, ha is, it is attached pronoun version of here. Here is called independent pronoun. And in English, you see, you might be knowing there are two kinds of pronouns. One is independent pronoun, like he, we, I, you, right? Then another kind of pronoun is like attached pronoun, like us, him, his. Those are called attached pronouns, right? In case of Arabic, here is a independent pronoun. It means she. Its attached version is ha. Its attached version is ha in feminine. And it also means singular here. It's also singular here. Now, if you see here, I wrote masajidu fiha. Okay. Masajidu fiha. Masajids in, I should have written here these, right? But I wrote fi plus ha. I wrote singular version of here. I didn't wrote here hunna. Hunna is plural of the feminine, right? As masajid is a non-human broken plural, when I refer it to in the sentence, I will refer it as a singular feminine. So this ha basically refers to masajid. The question is, you might be sometimes wondering, where does this massage in ha refer to? As massage is plural, you might be expecting this should be also plural if it is referring to this. But as massage is non-human broken plural, it is always considered as singular feminine. So this ha basically has come because of that reason. So this ha actually refers back to masajid. Okay, and when you translate it, you will not say masajids in it, in her, but you say masajids in these. Understood? Likewise, when you use independent pronoun to refer masajids or books, correct? You will say hiya masajidu. These are masjids. Hiya samawatun. These are heavens. In translation, you will say use these. But in written, you will write here. Okay, because Arabs always consider non-human plurals, both sound as well as broken, as singular feminine. Is it clear? Or you want me to again repeat this? Anybody who says I have not understood, please be feel free. Don't hesitate. Don't feel shy. No, in learning, you should never feel shy. If you remain silent, then I can understand that you all understood it.
Bhai sir,
Yeah.
then these are used only for non-humans. So if these are not used in anywhere, then where it will be, like when you say ulaun or ulai, it will not be used anywhere.
No, it is, no, see, haulai, ulaika, right? Haulai means these, ulaika means those. I will teach you that right now. That's a subject actually. So haulai means these, ulaika means those, right? Those generally will be used for the plurals which are human. Okay. But in case of non-human broken plurals or non-human normal plurals, okay, they always, when they call them, okay, when they treat them, they will always treat them with singular feminine. So when I say treatment, it means when if I had to say these are books, they will not say haulai kutubun, okay, they will say hiya kutubun. Correct? Likewise, if I say masajids, in these we pray, or in those we pray, whatever here, they will not write that ulaika or haulai here. They will write fi ha. Fi means in, ha means he. Ha is actually equivalent, the attached pronoun version of the here, singular here, right? And feminine. So they'll use fi ha. So ha is referring to masajid. Why it is referring to masajid? Because masajid is non-human broken plural, and they always treat it as singular feminine. So this ha, that's why ha has come here. Right?
Okay.
Understood?
Okay.
Yeah.
Understood.
Okay. So because when you will reading in the, see, why this is important? Tomorrow, inshallah, when we go to the sentence level, we'll be understanding the ayah of the Quran, right? We will have sentence like this, for example, massages in these we pray. Like, we have object, something, and then we have a sentence where something is referring back to some attached pronoun is said, referring back to that object, right? So when something is referring back to that object, in every language, especially in English, you see this, these is actually referring back to masajids. That's why it is these. That's why it's plural, right here. It's plural pointing word, right? But in Arabic, you will have these pointing words sometimes, or plurals or attached pronouns. So pronouns, attached pronouns, they will be singular feminine for some words. And those words will be only non-human broken or non-human normal plurals. Correct? Okay. So let's move forward. So like that, if you have to say these are masajid, they'll say hiya masajidu. So you should not, be surprised if you see somewhere hiya masajidu and you say it's wrong. How can it be? Hiya is a singular feminine. Okay, it means she. So when you say hiya masajid, it exactly means, perfectly means these are masajids. It's actually, see, it's a grammar rule of that language. So if somebody says a mistake, so he does not know the rule of the language, right? So that's how they treat it. So we had to also follow it, right? Okay. Okay. Now, what about other plurals? Now we are left with other plurals. What are those? Sound masculine plural ending with una, ina sound. They will be always considered as masculine plural. For example, if I had to say those are Muslims, okay, let me write it here. Okay. If I had to say those are, yeah,
I have a doubt. Like
yeah,
we are reading about singular and plural, but
yeah.
not about dual. Like two things. Like if it is kitab, kitabun, then what about if every non-human products, the dual form?
In dual form, this is not applicable. This is not applicable. This is only for plurals. So when a word among the non-human category, when a word or sorry, when a plural word, okay, when a plural ism in the non-human category, whether it is broken or normal, comes there, they only will be treated as singular feminine.
Okay.
Okay. As per dual, it's not. That the rule is not applicable to it. If suppose if you had a kitabani, so you cannot say like this here kitabani. So that is the rule is not applicable for that. You will use appropriate there. Okay. Huma kitabani, something like that. Okay. Huma means two. These two are books. Now they are Muslims. Okay. Now Muslims, you see, it's a plural. It's a normal plural. Okay. We know Muslimuna is a sound plural and masculine, and this rule is not applicable here. They are always considered as masculine plural. What does it mean? When you had to say you had to use masculine version of the pronoun, and it should be matching with the number with the Muslims. And if you see in Arabic, there is a word called a pronoun called hum. Okay, hum. Hum means they. Hum means they, and hum is also used is a plural. It is also masculine plural. It's plural. It's a pronoun, and it is masculine pronoun. Like hua means he, hiya means she. Hum means they, masculine, and hunna means those ladies. So I will say here hum muslimuna, normal. Okay, hum muslimuna. So you see, this hum is matching with gender as well as number with the Muslimuna, because Muslimun is a normal masculine plural, sound plural, and it is intellect. Okay. Likewise, you have sound feminine plural, but intellect, Muslimatun. So if I had to say, example, so now, okay, you have to say they are Muslim women. Muslim women. So again, you will say you will use appropriate pronoun they. First of all, it should match with the gender of the woman. Okay. The second, and it should also match with the other number. Okay. So you'll write hunna. Hunna means those are they for Muslim women. Hunna for females. Muslimuna. Muslimatun. Sorry. Hunna muslimatun. So it means these are Muslim women. You see, these plurals, sound masculine plural, it's always intellect. Okay, sound masculine plural is always intellect. Okay, sound masculine plural, sound plurals are always intellect. They always are considered as they are, as masculine plurals. They'll be treated as masculine plurals only. And sound feminine plurals, intellect, they'll be also treated as normal feminine plural. So if I address these plurals, I will address with using the pronouns or attached pronouns or independent pronouns or detached pronouns with appropriate pronoun which is matched with the number and gender with those plurals. Okay, so far clear? So that rule, what I taught you that it is applicable that the non-human plurals, whether it is normal or broken, they will be always treated with singular feminine. Understand that. Now then you have ism jama. Ism jama like qaumun, karnun, nasun. They're always considered as masculine plural. They're always. So for example, you have qaumun. If you had to say these nation, you say these nations, these those nations, whatever, those nations. You will use appropriate masculine plural, pronoun, masculine pronoun, plural. Okay, you will say hum, common. It means those nations. Correct? Or ulaika common, like that, whatever way you want to. So, but it should be masculine and it should be plural. So they are always considered as masculine plural. Okay, now coming to this part, we have seen normal intellect in both masculine as well as feminine. They are always considered as masculine plurals or feminine plurals in case of feminine. And in case of ism jama, they are always considered as masculine plural. In case of non-human plural or broken plural, okay, they are always considered as singular feminine. Now coming to the broken plurals but intellect ones, like rusulun. Rusulun is a broken plural, right? But it is intellect, right? It's human beings, right? So they have a choice. What I was telling you, they can be either considered as singular feminine, or they can be considered as it is, like as plurals. For example, if you see these are messengers, I have an option here. Okay, I can write here ambiyao. It also means these are messengers, right? Or I can write ulaika ambiya. That's also correct. That's why if you go back to the tilka rusulu, in Arabic, if you see that in Surah Baqarah, you see word like this. Tilka rusulu. Tilka rusulu. Rusulu means messengers. But then why tilka? It should be ulaika. No, tilka is basically, this is a pointing word. Tilka means that. Okay. But feminine version. Zalika means also that, but masculine version. Zalika means that, masculine version. And its feminine is tilka. Okay. And you have ulaika. Ulaika means those. Okay, masculine. When you say rusulu, okay, this rusulu is a broken plural but intellect, human broken plural, right? We have an option here. We can treat them as normal plurals. I can also write ulaika rusulu. That's also perfectly correct. Or I have an option of also I can treat them as singular feminine. That's why I wrote it tilka rusulu. So when you say tilka rusulu, it also means those are the messengers. Those are messengers. Tilka rusulu. Those are the messengers. Those are tilka rusulu, in Surah Baqarah, right? So if somebody comes to you and tells you that there's an error here, grammatical error, you see rusulun is plural and tilka is it is feminine, singular. So this is the answer. So human broken plurals can be treated either as singular, feminine, or as it is plurals. So far clear?
So here we won't use masculine singular, masculine plural also we can use it here. For rusulu.
Exactly. I can write ulaika rusulu. That's perfectly fine also. Yes.
Zalika.
Zalika is singular.
Singular masculine.
That is singular masculine.
So we won't use it.
I cannot use it. I can write ulaika rusulu. That's correct. What is if you see, the broken plural intellect can be either considered as singular feminine, or it is, or as it is. Or as it is means, if it is a plural, I will write the plural version of the pronoun here or the pointing word here, which matches with number and gender here. Correct?
Okay.
But I have an option here. then I can also treat it as singular feminine.
Other than that.
Yeah, pardon me.
Okay, I understood.
Okay, correct. So tilka rusulu means those are messengers. Sorry. Perfect. So when you translate it, you will not write that messengers, that are messengers and feminine. No, say those are messengers. That's why tilka rasul. Now, why tilka, why ulaika? There's different story. Why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used tilka when he could have used ulaika, right? That's different. That's a balag. That is a depth study. Right now, we are not studying that. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not choose it randomly. See, he had an option of using ulaika also here. But why he used tilka is a different thing. Inshallah, maybe next class I'll give you that gem. Inshallah, I'll try to. I could not give you gems from last two sessions because the session is itself heavy. I don't want you to put more pressure on your brains. So inshallah, we'll discuss this why tilka. Okay. So when you have an option up and you're using this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has used this option because there is huge hikmah here. Okay, there is huge depth, balaga implications. Now, coming to this tabular view, I have made a little bit table for you. It's very easy to understand. So if you have sound masculine plural, like una, ina sound, ending with una, ina, sound masculine plural, like muslimuna, muslimina, muminuna, muminina, muflihuna, muflihina, and all that kind of words, they will be always treated as masculine plural. So when I had to say those are Muslims, I will say hum. I'll use hum version of the pronoun, which is masculine and plural. Hum muslimuna, humul muflihuna, right? Sound feminine plural, intellect ones like muslimatun, muslimatin. They'll also be treated as feminine plural. So I will use the feminine version of pronoun, which should be plural also, to address these. So if I had to say those Muslim women, I will say hunna muslimatun. Hunna is a pronoun for Muslim, for feminine. Hunna means those women. Okay. Now, if you have sound feminine plural but non-intellect, for example, you have samawatun. It is sound plural. It's normal plural, right? Samawatun is a normal plural, like atun, atin sound, right? But it is non-intellect, non-human. That you can treat it as singular feminine. So if you have to say these are skies or heavens, you will say here samawatun. Then you have broken plural intellect. When you have broken plural but intellect human, you have an option. You can treat them as masculine plural or feminine singular. You have an option of using, like I told you, ulaika rusulu you can use, or tilka rusul, because rusulu is human broken plural. Then you have broken plural non-intellect. It's exactly matching with this sound feminine non-intellect. So they're always treated as feminine singular, right? For example, you have masajid. These are non-intellect. These are masajids, right? These are mosques. You'll say here masajid. And masajid is a non-human broken plural. Then you have ism jama, like qawmun, karnun, nasun. You will always treat them as masculine plural. For example, you had to say, for example, those are mankind. Those are mankind. So you say hummun nasu, ulaika nasu, right? You will always treat them as masculine plural. So this table you can again check and understand properly. So you have now these words. For example, you have yom. It means it is singular, and ayam is broken plural, and it is non-human broken plural, right? Right? Sadr.
Hi, sir.
What does sadr mean?
Hi, sir.
Yeah.
In broken plurals, a little bit up. In broken plurals, you have written masculine plural and feminine singular. Okay. Feminine plural also will be there, isn't it? In broken plurals, humans, feminine plural will also be there, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Possible.
You have written only masculine plural, so I'm asking it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, feminine plurals will also.
Yes, yes. Will be. Okay. So when you say generally, but for example, when you say ulama, right? it's a human broken plural, right? So it includes also ulama can be also among women also, right? We have women ulama also, right? Yeah. So he can see here sadar. These are words. You just practice it. Sadar, sudur. Sadar means chest. It is a body part, and its plural is sudur. Sudur means chests, and it is a broken plural. It's non-human broken. So you can. This is an assignment for you. Okay, so just write whether it is a broken plural first of all or normal plural. Number one, then is it human or non-human? That you had to. This you had to. So baitun, bayutun, rihun, riyahun, right? Jabalun, jibalun. Jabalun means mountain. Jibalun means mountains. Again, broken plural you can see, but non-human. Amalun, right? Amalun, amal. Again, it's a broken plural, right? Wajhun, wajuhun, broken plural, right? Ayatun, right? You have ayatun, ayah. Then you have ayatun. It's a non-human plural, like ayatun, normal, like muslimatun, but non-human, feminine plural, right? Nafs, you have nafus or anfus. Again, nafsun, anfus, right? Or nafsun, broken plural, but non-human broken plural. Okay. Uh, malakun, malaikun, human broken plurals, right? Malaika. You see, malaika. Malak means one angel. Malaika means, but it is human broken plural, right? Malaika are human. Malak intellect. Ainun. Then you have ayunun. Again, ayunun means you have like muslimuna, ayununa. Waladun, awladun. औलाद बोलते हैं ना औलाद मेरे औलाद ऐसे हैं so औलाद again human broken plural. It's not straightforward. Waladun is not waladuna or waladina. Then you have karyatun, then you have kura. Zawjun, azwajun, again broken plurals. Zawj means spouse. Azwajun means spouses. Okay, so zawjun is singular, azwajun is feminine. Sorry, no, human broken plural. Now there is some important notes here. There are some isms which can have more than one plural. Okay, they can have a normal plural, they can have also broken plurals. For example, kafir. Kafir is one disbeliever. Kafiruna, you see normal plural. It also has like this kind of plural, kuffar, broken plural. So you can have some words are there which have both. They have normal plurals, sound plurals, or they will have also some broken plurals. Like example is given, right? Same abadun, ibadun or abiduna. Akhun. Akhun means one brother. Ikhwa. Ikhwa is broken plural. Or ikhwan. You see? Ikhwa, ikhwan. Correct? Both broken plural, but different, style. So there are some words also like that. So I think we'll inshallah end here. If you have more questions, then inshallah next we'll start the another property of ism, gender. So this number is inshallah, I think it's finished. So if you have any question, please feel free to ask. Any confusion, so what do you will have, please let me know so that I'll address it here. Now it's clear. Things are clear now. Any confusion? Please go through the notes again. The notes have been already shared with you yesterday in the group. Please read again those notes and relate it with the lecture. Okay, and then see, as daily you are doing tilawah of the Quran, right? Whatever you read, whatever how many ayats you'll be reading every day, please go through the those ayats and see, capture these words, isms first of all. Wherever you have isms, and I told you how to identify ism, then try to see the Arab, whether it is majroor, mansoob, marfu. Then try to find whether it is light or heavy. Try to see whether it is flexible, non-flexible, partly flexible, and try to see now its number. Is it singular or is it plural? Is it looking like una, ina, or atun, atin? Then again, is it human plural or non-human plural? Is it looking like a broken plural like masajid? So please you have 1 week. I think next week also I'll be traveling. I don't think I can be at I can attend this session. So next session, weekend, most probably I'll not be able to join. Sunday I will try, but Saturday I'll be totally traveling. Sunday, if I have some energy, I will inshallah try to I'll let you know. So you have now, I think you will have 2 weeks now. 2 weeks time.
Yeah,
Two
next
weeks
week
time is
also.
big time for you now. So kindly, revise the notes. First of all, let me stop the recording here.